Hey, welcome back everybody to another Rod J Beer Review. Today we're going to take a look at one that comes to us from Mississippi. It is the Lazy Magnolia Southern Hospitality. This one actually comes in at a 5.5% ABV. Beer Advocate actually scores it an 80 as of being good. Rate Beer scores at 88 overall with a 77 for style. Although there was an error on the Rate Beer where they had it at 6% rather than 5.5% ABV. It's actually from Lazy Magnolia Brewing out of Mississippi. First time I've had a beer, I think, from the Mississippi state itself. 60 IBUs on this one. Best served in a shaker or tulip glass. I'm actually using a shaker, as you can see here. I've actually already poured the beer out because I wanted to get it a little bit warm. Usually on an India Pale Ale, you want to get it around 43 to 45 degrees. I think this one actually was around 50, so it has a little bit of warming to go. When you get it around to 43 to 45, it brings out some good flavor in the beer. But the beer itself, the head is down a little bit right now, but it did come out at about a 2-finger head. A little bit rocky on top, a little off-white. Good color on the India Pale Ale. It does have some haze and a little bit of cloudiness to it, but you can see a lot of the carbonation taking place. Not sure if you can see some of the bubble action or not, but not too much with particles inside or sediment in the bottle, so seems to be conditioned very well. As far as the aroma, getting some good dankness from the hops that are coming out. Getting that citrusy grapefruit, a little bit of the orange there. What you would expect from an India Pale Ale. Now this one actually was bottled, it says 12/23/14. Doesn't have a best buy date. Today is actually April 21st, 15. So we're probably pushed up against the edge. You know, you can't stretch it too long or you lose some of that hop flavoring, but so far it does seem to come out pretty good there. Go ahead and let's give it a taste. Wow, for a beer that was actually 4 months ago bottled, it really holds that hops flavor very well. I'm getting the citrus, I'm getting the grapefruit, I'm getting a little bit of the orange there. I'm actually, it's not overly bitter. You're looking at this beer at 5.5%. It is kind of a moderate type of body on it, probably like the medium body, I guess you can say. The finish is actually a nice crisp finish to it. It doesn't linger too long. It leaves a good mouthfeel that takes place. The duration of that mouthfeel is probably about average, maybe a little bit more than average, but it's a nice crisp type one. So it's not too acidic or anything like that. It's kind of a nice smoothness to it. As far as the texture, it's kind of dry in how it goes. It's not too watery at all. Like I said, the carbonation is lively inside, but it's not over carbonated. You can still see some of the action taking place on some of the bubbles there. The head retention is going down a little bit now, but it still has some pretty good lacing on the glass, if you can see that there. So the head is actually hanging in very well. As far as the finish, light, astringent. I'm not getting an overly heavy taste of alcohol. The astringency of it is so light, it's not really causing you to have to pucker or anything along those lines. So it does have a good finish as that comes into play. I do love the color of the beer. Even with that haze, it's kind of got that nice hue that you would expect, like I mentioned, on the India Pale Ale. Not getting any particles on the inside, so this was probably filtered to go to the bottle. Overall, really good presentation and a good taste. 4 months out for an IPA, it's kind of hard to keep that flavor still there, but this one definitely does that. As far as anything that might be miscellaneous, it's just some of the fruit tasting that you're receiving on this. On the bottle itself, it indicates A traditional IPA at its core, we have built Southern complexity into this brew. The aroma is a bold citrus burst on the front end with hints of tropical fruits such as grapefruit, orange, and mango in the finish. Now, I'm not getting much of the mango, but I do get the grapefruit and the orange. Had it been maybe closer to the date it was bottled, I might have got a little bit more of that mango, but overall, it's still a good quality beer. This one I would actually look at, if I'm looking on a 5-point scale, I'd give this one a 3.5. It's really nice. Something you could just kick back, relax to. At 5.5%, you're not taking on anything too heavy. Sit out on the deck and enjoy it on a nice day. I would definitely recommend going out and trying this beer if you happen to see it. Again, that's the Lazy Magnolia Southern Hops'pitality India Pale Ale out of Mississippi. Who knew? Thank you for stopping by, and hopefully you'll get a chance to check it out. Thanks again. Cheers.
It's good enough to get broke off a proper chunk. I take a small piece of some of that funky stuff. It's like this and like that and like this.